the moment veteran Palestinian-American journalist Shireen Abu Akleh was killed by a bullet to the head. The Al Jazeera journalist was covering an Israeli raid in Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Investigations by the United Nations, Al Jazeera, and human rights groups have found that she was killed by an Israeli soldier. After much pressure, Israeli authorities released their findings this week to international outrage. Tel Aviv admits that Abu Akleh was likely shot by one of its soldiers, but claims it was accidental and that there will be no prosecution. Since the incident in May, several videos have shown that Abu Akleh posed no risk. Palestinians claim she was deliberately targeted. And there are growing calls for Israel to change its rules of engagement, even from its closest ally.
We're going to continue to press our Israeli partners to closely review its policies and practices on rules of engagement and consider additional steps to mitigate the risk of civilian harm, protect journalists, and prevent similar tragedies in the future.
Tel Aviv shot back, saying it will not review its open fire policies. It will support its soldiers and not prosecute them.
No one will dictate our rules of engagement to us. We are the ones fighting for our lives.
Under Israeli military rules, soldiers can open fire when they feel their lives are at risk. Rules were amended to allow soldiers to fire at Palestinians who had thrown rocks or firebombs, even if they were not an immediate threat. Another change allows soldiers to fire on suspected thieves or smugglers. The rules of engagement worldwide are defined as to what soldiers can and cannot do in active conflicts, and these rules vary from country to country, with no universal benchmarks. Even rules for United Nations peacekeeping operations differ from mission to mission. Since May, Israel has conducted almost daily raids in towns and villages in the occupied West Bank. Some 100 Palestinians have been killed in these clashes. Rights groups say these are examples of excessive use of force by Israeli soldiers. Without international conventions on rules of engagement, Israel and any other country can make them up to suit their own objectives. For Palestinians, it means they can be hit harder